I've never liked being home alone. The unknown noises make me feel uneasy. It's an eerie setting whenever my parents aren't home. On this particular Wednesday though, I never thought I was going to experience something quite like this. I was walking home with my friend Abby from school, and we were having a chat about the latest gossip. My house wasn't far away from the school, so it wasn't a long walk. But nevertheless, Abby kept me company every day. Eventually, I reached my house. I said goodbye to Abby, and I knocked on the front door. To my surprise, no one was there. Strange, I thought, but it could be as simple as my mum just staying behind in work for a little bit longer to get some overtime. But it was strange that she hadn't texted me. I had a front door key, so I used it to get in. Once I was inside, I ran up to my bedroom and I put my shorts and t-shirt on and I ran back downstairs. I let my dog Lulu out of its cage and he sat next to me on the sofa where we watched TV for an hour or so. After about an hour, I started hearing little bangs and crashes, almost subtle noises that could only be heard if you carefully listened. I tried to picture where these sounds were coming from. They sounded like little taps, as if somebody was knocking on the window. The strange thing is, the only window downstairs was in the conservatory and right next to me. I looked to the window to my left, and to my surprise, there was no one there. I decided to venture out into the conservatory to just check that no hatches were loose or no hinges had come off during the time I was in school. As I went into the conservatory, I felt uneasy, as if something were there to get me. Again, I heard the taps. They were coming from the top of the window of the conservatory. It was all very strange. I didn't know what to do. What could I do? My mother wasn't home, and all I had was my dog. I decided to venture out even further into the conservatory. I looked outside eventually, and I noticed the taps had stopped. This time, they were bangs. It sounded like it was wood being chopped down. The only thing wood in my house was my fence outside. I decided to look, but much to my relief, the fence was still standing and nothing strange was going on. I went back to the living room and sat down in front of the TV again. But then I heard it, the taps. Strange, I thought. This can't be coincidental. I looked out my window again. Nothing there. So I looked out into the conservatory to find that something was different, as if some things had been changed around. I then started to hear it again. Tap. Tap. I felt so uneasy that I decided to call my mum. But then, my mum said that she was busy and she would call me back later. I decided that I was going to relax, watch TV and kick back. But as I sat back down, this time I didn't hear taps. I heard a quiet scream, as if somebody needed help. I thought it might be my dog at first. This wasn't any ordinary scream. This was a deranged scream, a demonic sound almost. I decided that this was coincidental and went back to the TV. But then it hit me. My mum had been having problems with taps and leakages in the house. That could be it, I thought. I thought all my problems were over, but then I heard them again, but this time they were louder. And I swear I could hear someone muttering, "I'm coming for you." I went out into the conservatory and looked at my fence to find a man on one leg balancing on top of my fence, tapping on the window of my conservatory. I ran up to my bedroom and barricaded my door. I looked through my bedroom window. I had a clear view of the back garden by the conservatory. But when I looked, the man was gone. This was really strange. I said to myself that this was all a dream, but in my head, I knew it wasn't. Then I got a call from an unknown number. I answered it, and all I could hear were taps. And I heard the number 4. I finally plucked up the courage to go back downstairs and look at the fence to see if the man had gone. After all, he'd gone from my bedroom window. What was to say he hadn't gone from downstairs? But when I went downstairs, there were 4 men on the fence, all balancing on one leg with one arm up in the air. Their eyes were black, as if they had no eyes and no soul. They wore long black robes, and their skin was white. I ran back up to my bedroom and called my mum for securing us, and even considered calling the police. But then I decided this was better to keep to myself, and I barricaded myself in, tightly this time. Eventually, my mum came home. But it didn't sound quite right. She slammed the door behind her, as if somebody was chasing her. I shouted down, "Hi, Mum!" But to my surprise, no one answered. I went downstairs to have a look. As my mum was probably home, there could be nothing that could possibly harm me. Where was Lulu? I looked under my bed, everywhere, but I couldn't find Lulu. I went downstairs and I saw something very, very disturbing. There in the conservatory was my dog hanging, skinned, and beside her were the 4 men on the fence. Thank you ever so much for 50 subs, guys. Credit to Sam on this one for all the sound effects and the art and everything on here. But yeah, guys, there will be a video going up on SJ Films.
Credit to you, of course.
I know.
For doing it.
Credit to me. So there will be a video going up on SJ Films. It is going to be probably a creepypasta, and it's going to be a good one. Yep. So thank you for 50 subs, and yeah, see you in the next one.